Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Ayub Al Ansor Salim. I'm from STI Dr. KULIAH Faculty of Islamic Religious Education Semester 1. And here I will to my friends let you introduce.
I am Najwa Ramadhani Syafitri. I am from STI Dr. KULIAH Faculty of Islamic Religious Education Semester 1. My friend.
Hi, I am Fajriyah. I'm from Dr. Faculty of Islamic Religious Education Semester 1.
We will discuss the importance of education and knowledge for human. Let's enjoy us. In most verses of the Quran, the concept of knowledge absolutely appears in its general meaning, such as Surah Az-Zumar, Surah 39, verse 9, which reads, "Say, are there some people who know as people who don't know?" This verse indicates that there is a difference between people who have knowledge and those who do not have knowledge. Allah gives glory to those who believe and have knowledge, as in Quran Surah Al-Mujadilah verse 11. Allah will surely elevate the dignity of those who believe among you and those who have been given knowledge to several degrees. Not all humans want God to gain knowledge, but God only gives them what they want. Who are they? Those are the people who want to use their minds to learn. This first by carrying out education. If someone gets knowledge, then that person is the one to whom Allah has given his many favors and gifts. As in the Quran Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 269. About 1/8 of the Quran encourages believers to study the universe by contemplating and investigating it using their minds to obtain scientific knowledge as a necessity for human life. Knowledge can be obtained through human vision of the universe as a creation of Almighty Allah. Allah's comment to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as the last messenger when he comment to Iqra or read, investigate. Quran Surah 96 until 1 until 5. In Surah Al-Alaq, verse 1 until 5, it reads, "Read with mentioning the name of your Lord who created. He has created man from a clot of blood. Read, and your Lord is the most glorious, who teaches man with the pen. He teaches man what he does not know. In this case, Quran really emphasizes the importance of reading, observing natural phenomena, and contemplating them. Furthermore, in Surah An-Nahl, verse 78, humans are gifted with hearing, sight, and conscience, so that you may be grateful. Allah gives hearing, sight, and conscience as means and tool in acquiring knowledge. In this study, not only hearing and sight are instruments in seeking knowledge, but conscience is a valuable instrument in exploring this universe. Conscience is a means by which human can draw closer to God by giving the thanks to God as the God who created this universe. Human as intelligent creators are commanded to study, research, master, control, and take advantage of nature responsible with gratitude to Allah. This conscience will be the determinant so that the knowledge gained will be God for humanity who is guided by religious guidance. Pausing. Well, apart from education in the context of knowledge, the Quran also pays great attention to moral and ethical education. How important is moral and ethical education? How does the Quran develop moral and character in education? We will listen explanation from Sister Najwa, who she is welcome.
The moderator said, "Alert how important education is for all of us as Muslims. Education that cannot be separated from and must not be avoided by all of us is character education, both moral and ethical. There are several verses in the Quran that discuss the importance of the ethical and morals of a Muslim, including Surat Al-An'am 151 say, Prophet Muhammad, come here, I will recite what good has forbidden you, namely do not associate anything with him. Do good to both parents and do not kill your children because of poverty. Your Lord said, we are the ones who provide sustenance to you and to him, to them. Do not approach evil then whether visible or hidden. Our Lord said, we are the ones who provide soonest to you are the student. Do not approach evils that whether visible or hidden. Do not kill people when Allah has forbidden, except for a valid reason. Rush her commanded you so that you might understand. And Surat Al-Isra 23, your Lord has commanded you not to worship other than Him, and to do good to your parents. If one of them or both of them reaches old age in your care, then never say to both of them the word ah, and do not judge at both of them, and say to both of them good words. These two verses copy ethical and moral teachings in Islam, and in them there is an emphasis on the underlying values of justice, general, generosity, respect, devotion of wisdom. Even touch these two verses do not directly discuss science or education. Their contents describe the moral and ethical foundations that are the basis of Islamic education. These two verses contain several moral and ethical teachings which can be related to the importance of knowledge and education in certain contexts. 1. Tauhid. Do not associate anything with him. Surat Al-An'am, and your Lord has commanded. 1. Tauhid, acknowledgement of Allah. Do not associate anything with him, and your Lord has commanded you not to worship other than him. These teachings create the foundation for a true understanding of such science and education, and understanding of the oneness of Allah can form the basis of beliefs and moral values in the context of education. 2. Do good to parents, and do good to both parents. Surat Al-An'am, and do good to parents. Surat Al-Isra to Surat Al-Isra. The verses emphasize the importance of being to do good to parents and do good to both parents. Surat Al-An'am, and do good to parents. The verses emphasize the importance of being kind to one's parents in an educational context. This reflects the importance of building good relationship and respecting teachers or mentors as a form of teaching and education. 3. Respect for all parents. If one of them or both of them reach old age in your care, then never say to both of them the word ah, and do not shout at either of them. Al Isra 23. This verse provides specific direction for caring for and respecting parents, especially when they reach old age. Children are directed uh, not to use hearts or snap for for, for freight word towards their parents and not these verses provides specific direction for caring for and respecting parents, especially when they reach old age. Children are directed not to use part of enable propriet words towards their parents and not to shout and them for kind word and speak to both of them good word. Al Isra 23. Children and touch to always say kind word to their parents, knowing how important loving communication is in the family. 5. Stay away from pale age. Do not approach pale dance. The first probability fails are bacterial and hidden that can be linked to the need to teach ethics and moral in education so that future generation can understand good values. 6. Prohibiting killing children for fear of poverty, emphasizing the need to preserve life and provide protection for children. This suggests the importance of social and economic understanding touch education. Thus, although these verses does not directly discuss such and education, the principle embraced in this verse create an important moral and ethical basis in Islamic education. Education in Islam does not only include academic knowledge, but also the formation of character, moral, and Islamic moral values. Enough for me. Thank you.
How important is ethical and moral education for children according to the Quran? Next, who plays an important role in education, both in terms of science and moral education? Let's see what have to say Sister Euis, please Angel.
As explained Ansor and Euis. Speaker scientific education and moral education are very important for our children. The first person who plays a very important role in this matter is the parents. The Quran shows several verses that explain the responsibilities of parents in educating children. Here are some of these verses. Surah An-Nisa, verse 9, explains Surah An-Nisa, verse 9, explains the rules of parental responsibility in educating early childhood. This verse underlines the importance of an ethical approach in breeding and educating the children under our responsibility. By referring to this verse, quality education does not only prioritize academic aspects, but also include character formation, development of moral values, and attitude of justice in the treatment of children who need guidance and protection. Surah Luqman, verse 19 provides ethical and moral guidance to parents in fulfilling their responsibilities for children's education, including aspects of faith, character, politeness, with advice, example, and avoidance of this disgraceful behavior. From these verses, parents have responsibilities toward their children, including caring for, nurturing, protecting, and educating their children and developing children according to their abilities, interests, and talents. Educate children to have noble character and active because the degree in religion, parents have the educate children to have noble character and equip bachelor's degree in religion. Parents have the responsibility to teach their children about faith and obedience to God. Parents play an important role in providing this advice and refraining from destructive behavior. Parents have a responsibility to be a source of good advice for their children. Parents must set a good example. Children tend to person must set a good example. Children tend to imitate their parents' behavior. Therefore, Therefore, parents have a responsibility to set a positive example and also ensure that their children grow up avoiding negative behavior and according good traits. Therefore, the Quran emphasizes the importance of parent responsibility in educating their children and highlights their role in forbidding good and correct education to their children. In the view of the Quran, teachers and mothers also have an importance. In the view of the Quran, teachers and mentors also have an important role in providing knowledge and guidance to students. The Quran emphasizes the importance of the role of teacher in proper teaching and scientific guidance as found in Surah Al-Kahfi verse wise things most side to heed my I follow you so that you teach me the correct knowledge among the sciences of far from that the Quran also mention several terms that refer to the concept Moses said to Peter, my I follow you so that you teach me the correct knowledge among the saints. Apart from that, the Quran also mentions several terms that refer to the concept of teachers such as mudim, murabbi, mu'alim, and mu'adim. In Islam, educators are defined as adults who are responsible for providing assistance to students so that they reach the level of maturity are able to stand on their own and meet the level of maturity and can be independent in fulfilling their duties as a servant and Khalifah of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Therefore, the Quran emphasizes the importance of education and the development of good morals as well as the role of teachers and mentors in providing knowledge and guidance to students. That is the importance role of parents and teachers in carrying out the task of educating children as the next generation of Islamic civilization.
We have discussed together how important education is for our children, both education in the context of science and ethics and moral. We also discuss together the important role of parents and guidance teachers in teaching and educating our children as the next generation of Islamic civilization. Hopefully, everything we discuss together is useful for all of us. I'm Ayub Al Ansor Salim and
Najwa Ramadhani.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.